Good evening. Welcome back to my channel where tonight I'm going to be talking all things LFC with one of my great friends, DAVES LFC Chats. Dave from LFC Chats. How are you doing, buddy?
Oh, I couldn't be in a better place, Doug. What a place, what a time to be a Liverpool fan. Unbelievable. What a win last night. We're in a great place in the league. Generally all good.
Absolutely. Yeah, we will come to that Genk game, and obviously we've got North London double as well, with Spurs and Arsenal coming to Anfield in the space of 3 days. So big games coming up. But yeah, let's go to the Genk game. And obviously your comment, Genk or Gang, that made me laugh. But I have to say, I was really impressed with Genk.
Genk weren't as Gank as I thought. But I'll tell you what helped them. Our midfield was very, very attacking. We left a lot of gaps at the back. Fabinho had too much work to do with Oxlade and Naby going forward. So I would blame the formation for their chances. But it was good to watch, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
And obviously, obviously having Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain back in that team, he's going to be like a new signing, isn't he?
So is Naby. The two of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the fringe players in the last week. You had Lallana in pyjamas coming on and scoring against United. You have Naby Keita getting more or less a full game last night, running the midfield. I mean, he was all over the shop. He was Red Bull. He was drinking bottles of Red Bull on the sideline. And then you had, of course, the Ox with two unbelievable. Well, his second goal was just... His first goal was like the City goal he got. Do you remember the goal against City in the Champions League?
Yeah.
It was very similar, where he broke, ran, hit it into the corner, but the second goal was a world class finish.
Oh,
that's what we're missing. That's what we're missing, Doug. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, that we've been missing someone who's willing to shoot outside the box, and now we've got Ox, who, you know, he can hit a football, and that second goal last night was just unbelievable.
Thierry, unreal.
Brilliant. And then obviously Sadio Mane gets the third, and then Mohamed Salah's goal is just excellent. Just the way he goes past the goalkeeper, just places it past the goalkeeper.
I'll tell you, all four goals were brilliant in their own way. Obviously, Oxlade's was like, you know, one of these 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000 goals. But I thought Mane's goal, for the way the passing, the directness, the ball, the feet, the little flicks, the ball through, it was a lovely team goal and a beautiful finish over the keeper. Then you had Salah, who turned the defender with his strength, similar to the goal he got against Leicester City about 2 seasons ago. Do you remember?
Yes.
So he backed into two, I think it was Maguire, and turned them, and then went in on the keeper and finished it into the corner. And then we let in the goal, but sure, it didn't matter. The game was over. It was 4-0 at that stage.
Yeah, and then obviously we've got mighty Tottenham, the first meeting since the Champions League final, and yeah, that was a great night, wasn't it?
Oh, don't talk to me in Champions League final. That was on. I was actually going to watch along with Craig and Connor and Brian. You've probably seen Anfield Agenda. That was I'll never forget that. That was just probably the second best place to be, other than being at the game in Madrid, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, obviously Tottenham Hotspur, their season has kind of had a wee bit of a dip, hasn't it?
We've a good record against them. We beat them 3 times last year, home and away in the league. I beat them in the Champions League final, of course. But to be honest, they were all tight games. They'll give us a good game, but I think we'll beat them at Anfield. They're going through a bit of a transition at the moment. They had a good win midweek, 5-0 against Red Star. We all know about Red Star, but I think we'd be too strong for them. Doug, it just depends on what midfield Klopp picks. I think he'll go for his tried and trusted midfield. He won't play Naby and Ox again. I just can't see him leaving us as far open at the back. Okay, Trent and Matip should be back, but against the top teams, I don't think he'll pick that midfield three.
Yeah,
he might have Hendo, Genie, and maybe Ox or maybe Naby in there. One of the two, maybe. Not those two though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously looking at this game, and then obviously we're the team that are coming into better form. Obviously Tottenham are going through a little bit of a sticky period, and obviously they won 5-0 last night, but their league form has been patchy at best, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm clinging to. They don't have a great record at Anfield, of course, but we should beat them. I said 2-0 earlier on another video I did, so I'm going to stick with 2-0. But once we beat them, it's all about 3 points, really. It doesn't really matter how we beat them. It's just 3 points. Staying ahead of City, keeping that gap. And as you say, we have a midweek game then on Wednesday in the League Cup, the Carabao, Disneyland, the Mickey Mouse Cup, whatever you want to call it, against Arsenal at Anfield. And I think that's when he might give the likes of Ox, give the likes of Lallana, give the likes of Lovren, give the likes of maybe even Elliott again.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just literally just going to come to that. So what would be your starting 11 against Arsenal then?
Starting 11 against Arsenal in the midweek, the League Cup, which is about a week away. I to be honest, I keep Alisson in. I want Alisson to get a run of games now. I'd keep Alisson in. I'd play Lovren. I'd play Lovren Gomez maybe even as 2 centre back. I'd give Matip and VVD total rests. I would. But I don't know what Klopp's going to do. We might play one of them. The likes of Milia fullback. Maybe play Gomez fullback then. And I don't know what way he's going to do it. Mix it up. Midfield, mix it up. Give Lallana a full 90. Give Ox a full 90. It depends on what team he picks Sunday, of course. I'd be playing French players. Elliott, I was very impressed with him against MK Dons. Although Arsenal's a bit of a move up from MK Dons. So it depends. I can't see Arsenal going strong in that game either. I can see half the team being there. I'd give Salah a rest, Bobby a rest. Firmino and Mane, when are they going to get a chance to rest this side of Christmas? They're not going to get a chance. They've no other chance to rest. You've Champions League games, the World Club Cup coming up. This is the only chance to rest your spine of the team, and I think he'll do it next Wednesday.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think the Spurs team will be. I think the team for Spurs will be probably Alisson, Trent, Matip, VVD, Robbo, then Fabinho, then Wijnaldum. Then I'm going to go Ox. I think Ox deserves a start against Spurs, and I think he'll do well. Then I think it's your front three: Mane, Bobby, and Salah. As far as Arsenal, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Will he go for experience? Will he go for the youth? It's a tricky one.
That's what I mean. I don't know. The League Cup, how important is it? He obviously doesn't hold it in a huge esteem, as you've seen in the last 3 years. I've just said earlier in the video as well, Doug, we've been so lucky. We've been spoiled the last 3 years. We got to a European final. The first year, we got to Europa League Cup final. Got beaten by Sevilla. Okay. Second year, got beaten by Madrid. Champions League final. Last year, we won the bloody thing. 3 European Cup finals in a row. This year, 8 wins out of 8. We draw with United. We win the League Cup game against MK Dons. We win the Super Cup. Okay, we get beaten on penalties in the Charity Shield against City. And then we have a great chance now, and we will go through into the last 16 in this year's European Cup. We've been spoiled rotten. We've been nitpicking at formations. We've been giving out about letting in late goals when we're winning 4-0. We've been giving out about the odd bad pass. What the hell are we doing? We should be living, dreaming, absolutely lapping it up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's unbelievable the amount of crap you see on Twitter, on social media. We should be loving it right now.
Yeah, and Lovren's being made a scapegoat again. It's just ridiculous.
Crazy crap going on. Look where we were a few years ago. We were in the doldrums. 10, 12 years ago, we were all over the shop. Obviously, with Rodgers, we progressed fairly. We could have won the league that year. It's the famous slip trick year. But we didn't. But we did play some lovely football. FSG came in, brought in Klopp. We haven't looked. Every year we got better. Obviously hoping this year we win the league. I don't think we got a better chance, to be honest, if we don't win it this year. But sure, you never know. But we're up there every year. It's us and City for the league. We're one of the favourites for the Champions League. That's all you can ask. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. But obviously there's a busy period now coming up with obviously Spurs, Arsenal, and then obviously Aston Villa coming up, then Genk again, and then Manchester City. That's the big one to look forward to. So, if we are going into the Manchester City game, obviously, I think we'll probably be back to 3 points before we play Spurs. But obviously, if we have a 6-point lead going into the City game, then that's a massive gap, isn't it?
We still have to play. I think we play Villa away before City.
Yeah, that's a tricky one because
that's a tricky one. I'll tell you, Villa Park is a big old stadium, famous stadium. I think it holds 45,000 or similar to before Anfield was done up. It's a proper old English football stadium. So that won't be easy. We should be too good for them. But, you know yourself, that's the tricky game. They're the type of games. But we seem to be handling those tricky games, though, over even the last, they're the games we used to lose or used to drop points in. Seem to be getting the results in them games, which, of course, are not even playing well, to be honest. We haven't really played well all season. Look at the position we're in. I mean, it's unbelievable. Wait till we click. Wait till we click.
Oh, I know. Well, we'll soon be giving teams sort of 3, 4, or 5-0 battering.
Yeah.
But one of the questions I wanted to ask you guys, obviously we are playing Arsenal in the League Cup, and we all know about what happened the last time those two met in the League Cup. They beat us 6-3 at Anfield. Can you remember much about that game?
Jeez, I don't remember. What year was that?
Oh gosh, it was when Julio Baptista scored 3.
Oh yeah, I do remember that game. I was watching. I wasn't in the pub or anything. I was watching at home. But to be honest, that League Cup has lost ever since the Champions League came around. It's sort of, I'm saying it's a secondary competition. It's actually a third level competition. I mean, the FA Cup is probably a secondary competition now. The League Cup it's an old school. I used to love the Cups years ago. But I don't think Klopp, to be honest with you, I don't think he holds it in huge high esteem. I really don't. I don't. I mean, we were in the final. He got to the final, remember? We got beat by City. But since then, we used to never have a big enough squad to be able to compete in it. So, we're still a little bit threadbare, although we have the likes of Lana, Naby, and I say Ox coming back, which is brilliant. But I just don't think hugely worried about it. I just don't see it. We got beat by Chelsea last year. Remember the Hazard goal, 2-1 at Anfield. But no one was really worried about it. No one really batted an eyelid. Yeah. So I'm not hugely worried about it. I'd like to beat Arsenal. Everybody would, of course. I'd like to beat 2 or 3 young lads, the likes of Elliott, maybe Hoover. These young lads, maybe the young Kelleher, maybe in goal, but. Or Brewster. Brewster seems to be the forgotten man at the moment. I thought he would have got more minutes, more time. But Brewster hasn't really done anything much. I know he hasn't got much chance, but I would like to see him maybe start against Arsenal,
Yeah, absolutely. Give Firmino a wee rest.
He needs a rest. Firmino's done a lot of travelling back and forward to Brazil, I think twice already. So Bobby needs a rest. Fabinho needs a rest. I think he's played every game. Salah probably needs a rest. Mane. I mean, there's a lot of players need a rest, and I think the only chance is to give them a rest on Wednesday. Maybe have 1 or 2 big guns on the bench just in case you need them, but I don't know whether he starts them. I don't know. It depends what happens against Spurs on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously the only injury one we really need to worry about is Shaqiri. When do you think we'll see Shaq back, do you think?
I'd like to see Roblox boy back. I think he had Shaq Meister Roblox boy. I think he has. It could be psychological with him as well. One of these Sturridge injuries. I just hope it isn't. He seems to be injured an awful lot. I thought we would have seen a lot more of Shaq even last season. We didn't. Some fallout with one of the management team. I don't even think it was Klopp. I think it could have been Pep Linders or somebody. So I can't see him back for the Arsenal game. I think he's 2 or 3 weeks away. But it would have been nice to have him because he definitely would have started. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So what's your score prediction for Spurs?
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0.
Oh yeah, 2-0. Man, Salah, 2-0.
I'm going to go one more. I'm going to go 3-0 because I reckon that if they have more defensive frailties, and I think we can take advantage of them.
Hopefully.
For the Arsenal game, what are you saying?
Well, it's hard to say because I don't know what team you play. I mean, you could play a weakened team, and then Arsenal could play a decent team, and then it's belly up time. But if he goes with a half decent team, I think we beat Arsenal, especially at home, because they probably won't go with a full team because they're going to be looking at trying to get into the top 4. So they're probably leaving itself out. Us being at home, I think we get a narrow 2-1, something like that.
2-1, yeah. I was thinking 2 or 3-1. I do think that they will give us a really hard game, and some of their youngsters are really, really good. Obviously, Saka, one of them. You'll probably see Kieran Tierney made another goal tonight for Martinelli as well. Martinelli, who's been absolutely outstanding as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a really, really tricky game. Obviously, we know about the league game. Obviously, we beat them 3-1 in the league game. So, I'm hoping we can win the cup game, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, but we're in a great place, Doug. As I said to you earlier, I mean, we're top of the league. We're 6 points clear. We're still in all the cup competitions. We're going to get through in the Champions League, no doubt about that. It's whether we finish top or not. And with World Club Cup to look forward to, big games against City, Villa, Spurs. It's just dreamland stuff. All you should be doing is breathing it in, smelling it, tasting it, just enjoying it. It's hard to do sometimes. I'd be nervous some of the games. I was nervous for the United game, I have to say. We didn't play well. I did predict a very, very, very tight game. Everybody was saying we'd hammer them. I just didn't see it. Never happens. I did predict we'd beat them 2-1, but we didn't. But I think we did well to get the draw in the end because we did not want to lose that game. The fan bases don't want to lose that game against United.
No, especially with the mess that they're in at the moment, United as well. So yeah, it was a disappointing draw, but probably a fair result in the end, I would say.
Yeah, we didn't deserve to win it. A draw was about right. I mean, you take it, 84 minutes gone, you're 1-0 down. You'll take a 1-1 at 84 minutes. You know what I mean?
And as you say, Lallana in pyjamas equalised as well. So
Lallana in pyjamas woke them up. He woke our midfield up when he came on in his pyjamas, and he buried it. Back post, beautiful. I jumped all over the shop, beautiful.
Oh, I was jumping up and down. Also, do you think this can kickstart his Liverpool career? Do you think?
I'd be very, very surprised. Now, will he start games? No, he won't, because Klopp loves his three. The three he loves. But at least he'll be confident coming on, or if he's called upon of an injuries or something. That's what I'm saying. Naby, Ox, and Lallana, 3 boys ready to go, raring to go. It's just good for the team. It's good for the group, as Klopp would call it. I mean, it's looking rosy at the moment. Only Shaqiri really has an injury. Matip has a bit of an injury at the moment. I think he's okay for Sunday, but Shaqiri's the only long-term injury. I mean, we're in a great place.
Yeah, I feel quite sorry for Adrian, because obviously, like, Alisson is a better goalkeeper, but Adrian, to his credit, has actually done really well.
He has, but to be honest, Alisson's number one. I mean, you don't pay 65 million for a goalkeeper. Brazilian international, Brazilian number one, by the way. And what was it? King of clean sheets, Champions League goalkeeper of the year. No.
No, you don't.
No.
Don't get any better than that, eh?
Exactly. There it is. Yeah.
Oh well, Dave, thank you very much for coming on my channel. And do you want to say anything before you head off? Or?
Happy Halloween. I'm hoping that our front three are scary this weekend against Spurs. They're scary next Wednesday, which is the day before Halloween Eve against Arsenal, and we can give them an absolute nightmare on the pitch.
Fantastic. Well, I'll leave your YouTube in the description below, and please go subscribe to this channel. Really good content, really good LFC content, and big pleasure for me to have him on my channel as well. So thank you very much, Dave, for joining me, and I'll be back very, very soon with some more videos. Take care, everyone. Bye for now. You'll never walk alone.
Cheers. See ya.